our top stories tonight. Who backed out of their presidential campaign? To the latest travesty in Clemson leaving thousands in grief. Here on Clemson News Now. Thank you for joining us. I'm Keanu Smith.
And I'm Kaylin Clevenger.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis officially dropped out of the 2024 Republican presidential race. DeSantis posted a video on X stating,
"But I can't ask our supporters to volunteer their time and donate their resources if we don't have a clear path to victory."
He then went on to say,
"It's clear to me that a majority of Republican primary voters want to give Donald Trump another chance."
DeSantis' record in Florida was an anchor of his candidacy, often pointing to his response during the COVID-19 pandemic and legislative record on taxes. He suspended his campaign Sunday, January 21st. With DeSantis leaving the race, the remaining Republican candidates are Donald Trump and Nikki Haley. In other unfortunate news, the Clemson University community mourns after a fatal crash on January 16th. The Pickens County Coroner's Office said a 20-year-old motorcyclist died after colliding with another vehicle. The coroner has identified the victim as Jacob Walter Nowak from Summerville, South Carolina. Nowak was a sophomore engineering major. According to Clemson University Public Safety, the motorcyclist and an SUV collided at the off-ramp from Highway 93 onto Highway 76. They later added that 2 people in the SUV were taken to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. Vice President for Clemson Student Affairs and Dean of Students Chris Miller commented on the unfortunate incident. "We are saddened by Jacob's passing. He was a valuable member of our campus community and was deeply admired by all who knew him. We send our warmest condolences to family and friends as they grieve this difficult loss. The crash is still under investigation by CUPD and the Pickens County Coroner's Office over the past week following the Philadelphia Eagles lost the first round of the playoffs. Rumors surfaced of center Jason Kelce retiring after the 2023 to 2024 season. Kelce talked to his team after their final game of the season and indicated his retirement. Reports released claiming an official announcement. More recently, Jason, along with his brother Travis Kelce, spoke out in negation to the rumors. Jason's decision remains unsure since a lot needs to be considered. With no final decision, will Jason Kelce retire? No one knows for sure just yet. What we do know is that Jason Kelce has had a tremendous 13-year run with Eagles that has earned him 7 Pro Bowl nods, 6 first-team All-Pro selections, and a huge Super Bowl win from 2018.
Speaking of football, Evan, how are Clemson spring sports looking as of late?
Hey everyone, the sports segment is back and better than ever. Our winter sports have been shining bright. Last Sunday, the gymnastics team took home their first ACC win against Pitt in front of 8,631 fans at Little John. They will be competing in their second ACC match this Friday, 7:30 p.m. at UNC. Basketball also recorded a huge conference win with a very successful trip to Florida State. They defeated the Seminoles, improving to 13-5 on the year. ACC play has been difficult for the Tigers as they've lost over half of their in-conference matchups, and it doesn't get any easier this weekend. Arguably, Clemson's biggest game this season, they'll be facing number 12 Duke at Cameron Indoor Saturday at 4. Last but not least, track and field shined last weekend at the Ted Nelson Invitational. The throwers came to play as Daniel Cope and Marie Forbes both set new meet records in the weight throw. On the track, Gladys Chepniktik took home the women's mile in a speedy 4:47. Clemson looks to keep excelling as they host the Bob Pollock Invitational this weekend. We're happy to be back, and as always, go Tigers. Back to you, Kaylin.
After nearly 2 decades, Billy Joel is set to release a new song on February 1st. The Grammy Award-winning 74-year-old singer-songwriter teased a short clip of the new song on social media on January 22nd. The song is called Turn the Lights Back On and will release with Billy Joel's longtime label, Columbia Records. Many fans have taken to social media with excitement over the upcoming release date. When it comes to popularity, Stanley Cups continue to sweep the nation. Many wonder if this trend has grown too big. After countless outrageous stories of people going into extremes in order to attain these cups, this next story might take the cake. In Roseville, California, a woman was caught after stealing 65 Stanley Cups from a local store. The woman reportedly was seen by staff leaving the store with a cart full of unpaid Stanley Cups. Staff tried to stop her, but she refused to cooperate, stuffed all the Stanleys in her car, and drove away. Police stopped her on the highway and were shocked to see that she carried about $2,500 worth of Stanley merchandise. Local police commented on the crime, saying, "While Stanley quenchers are all the rage, we strongly advise against turning to crime to fulfill your hydration habits." On the topic of hydration, Alex, what is the weather like for the remainder of the week?
Well, Kaylin, to begin the new year, a large portion of the country was covered in snow. A vast winter wonderland stretched from Ole Miss to Buffalo. However, here on Clemson's campus, we have been trotting through freezing temperatures and rainfall. Many students were disappointed and hold out and hope for a snow day in the future. This disappointment is likely to continue for the next couple of weeks. The weekend, we will experience a multitude of rain, with Saturday's forecast showing a 90% chance of showers and potential thunderstorms. We will definitely be hydrated here in the South. On the bright side, the skies will clear up on Sunday through the rest of the week. Temperatures will reach a high of low 50s to upper 60s and a low from mid 30s to upper 40s. Thank you for tuning in. That's all we have for the weather. Stay warm and dry this weekend, Tigers. Back to you, Kaylin.
This past graduation ceremony proved to be an exciting one, especially for one graduate in particular. At 84 years old, Malcolm Williams graduated from Clemson University with a degree in social sciences and a minor in Black Global Studies. Out of high school, Williams joined the Army, leading him to fight in both the Vietnam and Korean Wars. He went on to be an auditor for a tech company, which he spent most of his life doing. When that chapter of his life ended, he knew retirement was not an option. In his words, "If you don't learn something, you ain't going nowhere," and proceeded to enroll at Clemson University. His hard work and dedication paid off as he walked across the stage. Everyone in the audience roared in excitement. Truly a touching moment. But Williams isn't stopping there. He claims his next venture will be grad school to receive his master's. This concludes our episode. Thanks for watching. I'm Kaylin Clevenger.
And I'm Keanu Smith, Clemson News Now.